Hello, wonderful pre-calculus students. It's really good to talk to you. Welcome to your first lesson in pre-calculus. I hope you have a great time in this class. I'm really glad to be working with you, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. My name is Dan Tucker. I am a popular YouTube star. I've been seen in such shows as the pre-calculus syllabus, and well, that's pretty much it. Um, so let's get started. So you're on lesson 1-1, and in this recording, I'm going to talk to you kind of more like I'm going to talk about some stuff about the whole class rather than this lesson. It's a pretty easy lesson. You're going to start off with like the big deal for you is going to be learning the names of the place values and kind of getting those set, and then being able to write. And this is really hard for us. We're developing habits of writing down math. This is hard because we like efficiency, and so we love it when we get that sheet of problems, 2 plus 2, and all you have to do is write 4, and that's it. You do it in your head, but we need to get in the habit of writing out what we're doing and being really clear communicators. And so we're going to practice with some really mundane stuff to start with, where you're just writing out a number in words. Okay? And like, why do I have to do this? But really, you're just practicing the process of writing and being willing to write out what you mean. Okay, why? Why are we doing this? Let me show you a picture. All right. Which one is the dog and which one is the cat? It turns out that is a really hard question. But you know the answer. You knew it immediately. There was no question in your mind which one was which. But if you try to teach a computer, and people have done this, try to teach a computer to tell the difference between a dog and a cat, it's really, really hard. And that's because you have this knowledge inside you of what is a dog and what is a cat that is just, it's almost intuitive. It's not really intuitive, it's more like it's just so deep inside you that you don't even think about it. And that's what our goal is for this class, for you to develop in math. You're gonna be developing all these skills, all these math skills that are going to be become like second nature to you. And for that reason, you're going to start out, especially at the beginning, you're going to have two kinds of learning in this class. Number one, and probably the majority of the class, maybe for some of us, it's going to be stuff that you already knew. So you're not really learning new stuff, but you're practicing it so that it becomes second nature. So that when somebody asks you in a harder class, in an algebra class, what's 3 plus 5, you're not like having to think about that. It's just like, oh yeah, it's 7, and that's 8. Well, wait, I had to think about it. But you know what I mean. So you're going to be kind of gaining this intuitive knowledge through practice of mathematical foundational skills that will then just be like the way that you tell if the difference between a dog and a cat when you get into the later more complicated math of high school algebra. Okay. In this first section, you're going to do a lot of writing of numbers. We like it when they give us the words and we have to write the numbers down, and we don't like it so much when they give us the numbers and we have to write the words down, but please do practice all of that. And then we're going to get a little introduction to the number line. So you're just going to use the number line as a tool for comparing things. Now, at this stage, we're only talking about whole numbers, so it's really not hard. And then in the next section, 1.2, you're going to start adding things. It's going to be really great. And again, it's not because we think that you are particularly bad at adding whole numbers, but because we just want this to become really second nature to you, number one, and we want you to kind of get in the habit of writing down everything that you're doing. So this week you are writing down, showing what you're doing on your paper, and that's what you're going to bring to me. So please read through the 2 sections, and I'll do another video for the second one to talk a little bit more about some stuff, but read through the 2 sections, look at the examples, and then use those as a guide to how you show your work. Let me just say in closing one quick word about word problems. We're going to do a lot of word problems, and I love this textbook because it's introducing you to word problems right at the beginning. Nobody likes word problems, but the big deal with word problems is that we give you a bunch of words. You don't necessarily know what all the words mean. We use some complicated language, some vocabulary. Sometimes you've got to get out a dictionary and look something up. And oftentimes the question is going to have multiple numbers, and you've got to decide, like, which of the numbers am I supposed to be doing math with, and which ones are just descriptions of something. Like, I might give you a year, and the year was just the description of when these numbers took place. It's not really one of the numbers that you're going to be adding with or whatever. So that's a really good skill to be able to kind of decipher in a word problem what are the significant pieces that I'm supposed to do stuff with, and which ones can I just kind of ignore or set aside because those are just descriptive words or numbers. Okay, so I'm going to let you handle all that. I think you're going to be fine. Please do check your answers in the back of the textbook. The answers to the questions that have been assigned, I believe, are all back there. So your job is to show your work really carefully, to check your answers in the back, and then to bring it to me on Wednesday. Ask me any questions you have, clarifications, but be sure to try every single question and have something written on your paper for every single question. All right, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.